What's up, guys? I hope everyone had a great morning. Let's get this day started. I know yesterday we couldn't really catch a move, but hopefully today we can change that up. So let's see. I mean, obviously cases for corona have been going up and the jobless claims have been rising as well. I think it hit an all-time high since August. So that is something to pay attention to. Good morning, Chris. Yeah, pretty much overnight we've been in that, just trending downwards. And since our reversal that we talked about yesterday, right, where we held up against our key level, it dropped down, broke through the next key level, and then at that final key level, that's when price really struggled and started bouncing back and forth, became a little bit range bound, and then started to go down again slowly because it did the same thing again. Nice little reversal, right? Wick test for that key level, then boom. Nice strong candle here. Delta stepping in as well over here. And then we just kept running it through. It kind of pretty much just broke through all the key levels for today because the key levels for today were here. So we'll see how it plays out. Maybe we can finally get that reversal to the upside now. That would be very nice to see. Good morning, Mandich. Good morning, Dragon. But yeah, the fact that jobless claims jump, hitting hitting highest level since like mid-August, that's something to pay attention to. It's not good for the economy if there's more people being jobless, and then it's eventually going to affect the stock market as well. Obviously, we know during COVID, stock market's been its own beast, but it still has an effect on it. I think Morgan Stanley's kind of crushing because they say the top analyst revenue estimates by 1 billion on stronger than expected trading. That's crazy. I mean, right now we'll have to just wait and see because this is like a free range territory at the moment. Usually price always stays between our key levels, but then once it breaks through, it kind of just becomes like a free range where we kind of have to be patient and wait it out, right? If I get a nice alert, I'll take it. If not, then I'll have to wait. It's important to just stick with the system. There was an alert this morning for the ES as well around like 7:50, and we're still continuing that right now. Volume at open is a lot lower. Like a lot lower, actually. What the hell? I mean, I wouldn't mind if it could hit our key level again and then bounce back. That would be a nice entry point. Same thing, what we'd be looking for, a wick test, and then come down. Nice strong candle, match with a delta as well. Have that confluence going for us and then get in. That is something I would be looking for if it jumps back up to that key level. We're at the bottom of the channel. Yeah, I could see that. Let me see. Let me zoom out. I mean, we can always break below the channel, right? That's the thing. I don't really trade channels, so that's not something I would be, you know, getting in on like that. Anybody hear about Tesla and Elon's doings where he made the price of the Model S, yeah, Model S, 69,420 just because he loves the memes? I laughed, man. I was like, I love this guy just because like he's like one of the smartest person in the world, but he knows how to have fun. Like most CEOs would be like, "Oh, I can't say that. I can't do that." But he's like, "No, I'm gonna go do that." Yeah, I heard the third row seating, but it doesn't really make sense to me because like the Model Y, what? Yes, I think it was Model Y, but you know, like, is there space for a third row? And if there is, I feel like it'd be really crunched up. Like you could only fit like a little kid back there. Yeah, man, he does do what he wants, but I love that for him though. At least he's not tied down by everything. Crude oil had a nice sell-off, like a really nice sell-off. No, man, I didn't get in on anything yesterday. I didn't trade after that after I left just because I was like I couldn't really find anything. There was one good move that happened later on in the day, but I don't usually trade later on in the day. My highest rate of success has always been between 8 a.m. and 12 a.m. Sorry, 12 p.m. So, what do you mean, T Flynn? Are you trading the futures? If you're trading the futures, you should be able to just right click and then enter. Or you use the dome. Just have to play with the settings a little bit. But you can enter pretty quickly on TradingView as well. I think if you click on the settings button at the top, you should be able to change that in trading. Let me see if I can. One second. Like, for example, here, right here, right? Let's see. If you go to settings up here, sorry, you can't see that, but here, the settings button, click that real quick. Once you click that, this window will pop up. And then click trading here, and then you can, you know, you can have instant order placement, or you can have place down and execution. You can have the buy sell buttons that you can get in on immediately if you wanted to. And then you can set up the dome. I think you don't have instant order placement. That's probably why you have to click on the trade and a new window pops up. But if you have instant order placement, then you should be fine. Yeah, there's a lot of features with TradingView. If you just go to their settings, you'll see you'll find a good amount of stuff that'll help out. Because when I first started trading futures, I had like an AMP global account, and then because I had that just because it was integrated with TradingView, so I did trade futures on TradingView itself for a while, a little bit, and then I found Top Step, and I was like, well, this was much better. You got it? Perfect, man. Now you were wrong about the continued sell-off. I mean, in this market, like when it goes back and forth like this, you never know, because like we could get to that key level again, bounce off, and then dump more, right? It might be due to those unemployment numbers. We'll see, but I don't know. Like, there's not a crazy amount of volume today, so we might just end up clearing it out, coming back down. Short-term trend, you know, the 500 tick chart is positive, going green. Now it's slowly coming down again. There's a long downtrend support. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, let's see if we can continue it, right? Most likely we'll come back up to like that 33.47 area, 47, the 40.50 area, and then that's where we might see that rejection and then continue. And it's the first 15 minutes anyway. We don't really have to take a trade. Don't force anything. These are the days again, like it's gonna be tested where it's like you haven't been getting too many trades this week. I think I only had like 2 trades this week, but like 2 days I kind of just had to stand still, right? So VWAP is sitting right on that broken support, new resistance line. Okay. What'd they do, Chuck? Were they just pretty much just throwing their money in randomly and then complaining that they lost everything? Or they're questioning why they didn't make their 1000% return? I was down 1K earlier. I'll take the $23. That sounds like the penny stock traders, that's for sure. Also, someone that's, I mean, I can believe that, man. I honestly do believe that when you say that that's somebody said that, because that's pretty normal. But then in a few days, it just skyrockets and they're like, oh man, I should have held. Honestly, if you're doing penny stocks, you're better off shorting them because most penny stocks go down. So just wait for a big pump. If you are a person that does trade penny stocks, the only advice I'll ever give is stay on the side where you can make money, and that's the shorting side, because look for moves that jumped up like 50%, 100%, right? They always have to come back down, and you can catch that short. Yeah, you can honestly short the things that those penny stock gurus tell you, and then you'll be fine as well. Because penny stocks are always losers, man. Like, that's why I always talk about probability and having that in your favor, right? That's why when I play with regular stocks, I mean like large cap and mid cap, I'm always only looking for long positions, just because 90% of the time the market's going up. I'm not gonna worry about that 10% that might happen where it comes down. Because if I have a stop loss in place, guess what? I'll be protected. But all these people that care about like shorting the stock market all the time, I'm like, dude, it's against your odds, to be honest. Like, yeah, you'll have that big crash that happens once in a while, but that happens after a couple years. So I'm not gonna waste like a couple years just saying, oh, I gotta look for this big short that's gonna happen. It's not worth it. Okay, so we are approaching that key level. Let's see what we do. If we can reverse here, I'll get in. So the interesting part about people that trade penny stocks is they don't know that they can place a take profit or a stop loss, which I'm like, dude, where did you learn how to trade then? I have never entered a position where I don't have a stop loss or take profit in. The only time I don't have that is for my retirement accounts, where obviously they're for the long run. So it's like I don't care what's happening with them, I'll let them ride out. But even in those, I have a set stop loss. That way, like, my risk is always measured in case that the company, you know, goes bust or, does something, right? But the stop loss is required no matter what I do. And that's why I was protected when this whole crash happened in March, right? From all my stuff in my Roth. Had a stop loss on a good amount of them, and they were hit. So I still walked away with some money in it, right? So, and then we're able to reinvest, let it hold, and then let it grow. If you never sell, you never lose. Yeah, that is how they blow up their accounts, right? Because like they don't understand anything about trading. They're just like, oh, this ticker, it's cheap. Okay, I can afford cheap. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they'll always realize how dumb they are at the end once they lose all their money. And actually, no, they don't. They lose their money and they're like, oh, the stock market's stupid, but they don't realize that they were the issue. Because if you're losing, then somebody else is winning. It's a zero-sum game. So you can't make those excuses saying, oh, well, the stock market's stupid. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Dude, everyone started out the same way. Just learn. Put the time and effort in. Okay, nice little wick test off of that key level. If we could get some sellers in, I'd be pretty interested in this. He got so angry. Oh man, let me check how that snow is doing now. How would snow drop from 236 to 30? Yeah, it's still above 200, so I think snow is gonna fluctuate a little while. It has still has some time before, it takes its place and takes its course. It was just hyped up because Warren invested into it. Good morning, Enzo. But one investment that Warren did that I do like is Store Capital. Like I did my research on it. That's something I personally like because it deals with real estate and everything, and I like the fact that it is a dividend stock. So that's my personal thing. I'm holding it for the long term. Like doing some more research into the company and seeing what they do and what assets they have. Me personally, I find them to be a good company. Do your own research, right? Look into it. I mean, yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing, but he at one point he's gonna make a mistake too, right? You can't always be right. Let's see how we react to this E level. Okay, but high key though, I think with the airlines, he might be buying them back. Who knows? But with the airlines, they were doing well. Like he wasn't wrong with that, but then he realized that hey, these type of economic conditions will mess that market up completely, and he sold. But at least he took it out instead of just saying, "Oh, I'll just wait till I lose more." He did pretty well pre-market and sticking to my rules and staying away from the market open. Okay, that's good, Enzo. I'm glad you're doing well. Compared to all his wins, wasn't a big deal. Warren Buffett, no stop losses. I mean, yeah. Okay, we're breaking above that. Let's see. Maybe we can get a nice test off of that 200. We kind of did break out of that morning range right now. Pretty strong. Where is it? 2, 3. That's our morning range. We broke through. We're holding pretty strongly, so we'll see how it reacts. I was looking to continue this trend down. Diamond Hand Buffett. Right to that 125 EMA. I have never used 125 EMA. The only EMA I actually ever use is that 200 EMA. I've never used any other EMA. Like I've used that 21.5 crossover sometimes, but it's a good strategy. It works. But after I built the algo, I kind of just been sticking with that and then watching the 200 EMA. You use the 21 with the 9. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people use the 21 differently. Some people just use the 21 and 50, 21 and 100, and then 21 and 200. Like, it can be used with a lot of things. I personally, I have used that 21.5, like I told Enzo about. Like, I know he likes it now. If I have brackets set up on TradeAway and put the order on TradingView, will it set up the brackets? T Flynn, I don't think so. I have never tried that actually. I don't think, because it's like I don't think TradingView has brackets at all, so that's the reason. I think you can just use, TradingView to enter and exit, but TradeAway is still gonna be that area where it'll show you your P&L and everything. It'll show it to you on TradingView as well, but I don't know if they have brackets yet. I know they don't have it yet, but so I don't know if that's a feature that will work. You use the 14 just because it's the default? I mean, Chris, like the default changes from broker to broker. Like Thinkorswim has a different default, TradingView has a different default, Trade8 has a different default. Yeah, with the 21.5, there's always a move that happens every day. That is for sure. The default on Trade8 too? Okay. And I think that on TradingView, the default might be like 9 for the EMA. Yeah, that's what EMAs are for, just for a sense of direction. Like, and then unless you do the crossovers, that's an entry point. Good morning, Sergio. I'll take my $23 and get fried chicken. Oh my god, dude, I don't know what type of group you're in, but I feel like that's mad entertaining to read. How does the crossover work? Well, Sergio, the easiest way to explain the crossover is two EMAs, right? So, for example, I've used the 21 EMA and the 5 EMA, and what you're essentially looking for is a 5 EMA to cross above the 21 EMA, and then right then that's would be your entry point once that candle closes. And then same thing for when you're shorting, you're looking for the 5 EMA to cross below the 21 EMA, and then you're going to get in for a short position there, and you can do it that way. I've talked about crossovers in that course that I have down below. It's a section, the crossover strategy with the EMAs. You can check it out. The course is free. You can skip right to whichever part you like. Because that will provide you like a more in-depth video of what the, crossovers are. Yeah, in the course, I talk about simple strategies just because I know there's a lot of beginners that come out there, and that's something you need to start out with and build your fundamentals. And then once you do that, you can start combining them. And then, because if you don't understand the fundamentals and actually learn them properly, you can't make that leap to the next step. Like people are like, oh, I use the MACD and I use the RSI, but then when I ask them, do you know what the definition of MACD is, or do you know what it's telling you? They don't even know what it stands for. They just say MACD. So it's like, that's why I was like, you know what, this course is necessary. That's why I made it. That's why I talk about it. I provide the definitions, I provide the background of it, and then I explain what it is and how you can trade it. Yeah, stands for McDonald's, right? The crossover is the Happy Meal. We are making a nice push, but again, since we are holding below that 200 EMA, I will be looking for a short position. I like to trade with the trend, so let's see what it does at the EMA. Let's see if we can break through it completely. If we do, then my bias would shift. But again, if it's going to bounce off of that, that means I have potential for a nice short move today. I don't think we've tested the 200 EMA for a while, actually. The only test we had was like yesterday and then overnight, and didn't even come close to it. We double bottomed on the channel line also. Okay. Awesome how well price follows the channel sometimes. Yeah. When things are working smoothly, it's always nice. Overall, it still has a potential just to hold that trend to the downside, so that's what I'm trying to look for. Obviously, if it breaks above that 200 EMA and starts holding, then I'll reconsider and probably look for the long positions. But as of right now, I'm still short bias. I'd like to trade with the trend. So let me just see. Can we bounce off of that 200 EMA, make a nice move down? Because NQ hit that 200 EMA and bounced off right now. Let's see, maybe NQ wants to be the leader today. It kind of led yesterday too, so yeah, NQ is doing a nice clear bounce off of that 200. So we take a look at NQ, right? Hit that 200 right there. Forming a nice candle. This candle needs to be a bit stronger, but then we could see nice potential, right? Let's see, let's see. Damn, he finished 2,400 down yesterday after being 1K up. Oh, yeah. He was 1K up, he should have just walked away. There's no reason to overtrade. Yeah, Enzo, it is just, going back and forth for now, but we'll get that little pressure. Don't worry about that. I think NQ wants to be the leader today. So if we continue this, I see a nice strong delta bar, I will get short. especially once the 500 ticks fall below that 200 EMA as well. I always follow the 200 EMA very strictly. Like it's always kept me on the right side of the move, so that's why I'm always super strict with it. Scalp turned into stubbornness and adds to his position and had two opportunities to cut it at break even. Oh man, dude, if you had two opportunities to cut it at break even, you're still doing that and you're holding for that long, it's time to cut your losses. Seems like he doesn't care sometimes and he sets his targets and just waits and sees. I mean, if you just, it's one thing to set your targets and wait it out if you have the proper plan, but if that's his plan, hey, that's his plan, right? But if it's a matter of guessing, then I wouldn't suggest that. You're surprised I don't like pre-market? You can get some nice big moves and so peaceful. I mean, the pre-market's been good now, but like over the past like 2 years or so, it's like the pre-market wasn't really something that was like nice, right? That's why I've had that strict rule. Like that's why I only trade like after 8, because normally before 8, like last year, nothing would really happen. I think that's why my mindset got into it. This is a nice delta. Okay, let's see. At this candle close, I'll get in at the low if it can hold properly. I think the reason he adds to his losers is to kind of just lower that kind of dollar cost averaging, right? Yeah, I think he has been trading for a while. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe he just needs a little reset, maybe a little break, get his like groove back in the market. Who knows? I had to losers. I'm a counter trader. If the price is going down, it has to come back up. I mean, not all the cases, right? It'll come back up eventually, but it's not guaranteed that it'll come back up right now or in the next hour or 2 hours, right? You usually catch a nice move before 8:30. Okay. I mean, that's good, man. Like, there are moves that are happening like recently for this year. That is true. The pre-markets have been pretty nice, but I don't know. I think the fact that I've been sticking to 8 a.m. to 12 and just had that plan, kind of just stick to my plan. I'd have to do some more testing because, like, I know pre-markets they work a bit differently. You never know which band will reject. Okay. He has to do it with minis and can't add much. Yeah, I think that drawdown is something he has to watch out for. But hasn't he been profitable for a good amount of time, or is he just? I don't know. I haven't really watched this channel much, man. Like I watched him for a few of his videos here and there, but nothing like crazy. Yeah, when you have those losses when you go full time, that is definitely gonna get to your head. And especially if you guys said that, hey, like he blew up his account and he had to start over, that mentally is gonna affect you because you do have a lot more pressure. He might just, if he's losing it right now, it might just be a little thing that, he has to get over his emotions to get through that pressure. But once you get through that pressure, I think he'll be fine. See, that's the thing I don't understand. Just because it's top step does not mean that you should be taking more risk. Because then at that point, you're deviating from your plan, right? Because even though top step funds you, it's still your profits, right? So that's why I always treat it like my money. And that's why I'm super careful with it. That's why I'm not forcing trades. I'm always diligent with it. Because, like, at the end of the day, those are my profits. I mean, how is he only risking 375 if you guys just said he had drawdowns of like losses of like 2400, right? Like, sure, if he was using that and he cut his losses at $375 loss, perfect. That's risk management right there. But 2400 loss, that's kind of pushing it, right? Okay, let's see. I would not mind getting in on something like this. Put it one tick below.
Stop filled.
Oh, you meant 375 to sign up for Top Step. But yeah, once you're funded though, you're not paying that 375. You're kind of trying to take your profits, right? Now let's see how well this works out. Might hit some resistance right here. I'll move the top up, tick above the previous candle. Now it's really starting to fluctuate a lot. I did want it to make a nice move down to the middle area where it was price was struggling again. Might end up taking me out. Put it one tick higher just because we can avoid those sellers. Let's see. We're risking 312, but we're trying to, again, 1-to-1 risk to reward right now. We might end up getting hit on this one. Yeah.
Stop filled.
He's a 500 tick reversed completely on me right there, super quick. I was expecting it to be nice push down because like I saw NQ was getting nice and weak. Like sellers were stepping in on the NQ. I was trying to go short. I was trying to play that reversal because I was watching the NQ. I thought it was NQ was trying to lead at the moment because NQ bounced off of the 200 EMA perfectly. But we had a random amount of buyers step in. It got really quick, like real fast right there. So it's like, we'll see. What's that compared to trade evade? That's like they take 20% at that. I mean, most people that have a Top Step account, they'll have their own private account as well. So it's like they do both. And they kind of just take the money from that they make profit with Top Step, put it in their own account, start growing that. But then when you have both, it's kind of nice. They have a cross up for the fit. Okay. Let's see. Instead of the 21 EMA, let's see. I don't really use that 21 a lot. Let's see. Right now, it's 21. Oh, yeah. That was right at the tip. That's okay. We'll get him on the next one. I was mainly thinking that NQ would be leading because it was staying in control yesterday and led the whole move to the downside, right? So I was in the same environment, same mindset from that. And I expected since NQ bounced off perfectly, ES will follow through, but NQ is struggling now a little bit as well. So that was a bad move on my part. Yeah, Bruno, I know that feeling, man. It's is that doubt is always gonna be there because you know market's gonna go either way, but We just gotta stick it through to one side, right? I don't know, for some reason I still think that it should push down right now. Like, I feel like my stop just got hit, but I think we can still make a push to the downside. We are still around that key level, so price is gonna fluctuate back and forth just a little bit. I get the feeling that we will break through. I think it was just a matter of bad stop placement, but maybe if I put it at the pivot high, I would have been better off. Because this still does look like a nice move to the downside. I'll let it play out a little bit more. It is bouncing off of that 21 like you guys said. Hmm. You're still watching 34, 33 as a resistance? Okay. 34, 33. Yeah, that's where price really bounced off last time, so makes sense. It is just playing around that key level, but I think once we break, we'll be fine. I'm taking this 21 out. I don't like seeing it on my chart real quick. I'll put it on a different chart, but I like to keep this chart nice and clean. That way I know exactly how I'm trading, right? See. Oh yeah, thank you, Mandich. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot to ask. Yeah, guys, please do hit that like button. If you're new, definitely subscribe. We do this every day. Today, obviously, it took a little bit of loss, but I don't know. I think we're still in the right direction. We just got hit on that stop loss. We should hit that 41 pretty soon too. It's just at that key level where I started fluctuating. I was expecting a smoother move because I saw the NQ as well. But we do have some sellers piling up at 33.4950. That's good to see. They had the bracket order that you could set up a stop loss based off of the ATR, take profit based off risk reward instead of the amount of ticks. Yeah, I feel like that would get a bit more complicated for them. That's probably why they kept it like this. Yikes, man. I mean, that's why you gotta be careful out there. That's why I always tell people, yo, be careful. Like, make sure like you don't do anything stupid. Like those type of people, it's kind of easy to like catch on to. Be like, hey, like something shady here, right? But he was a gambler and he would lose it. Okay, that makes sense. So my entry seems right now, right? Because I wanted to take profit at 41. Just my stop was the one that was in the wrong place. Oh, dude, that's messed up. Well, it hit our target for 41, right? I wouldn't mind making a big play if it can just dump right through. Sellers are getting a bit strong, so let's see. He made 90K in about 3 weeks ago on Netflix. But he held on because this guy literally never takes profits and lost it again all the same day. Go to 2075. Give it a bit more breathing room this time. This is one contract. So yeah, in this play that we lost on, my stop loss was the only issue. If I place that at the pivot high, which I should have for this type of move, I would have been in. This would have been nice. Let's see. 21 and 9 crossover to the short. Okay. Stop filled. I got filled. Let's see. Our take profit will be at 862. So that'll still leave us in 500 profit. That's good with me. Okay. Let's see. I want a nice big move right now. NQ is taking that nice sell off a little bit. I think NQ is still leading for today, guys. ES is just following slowly. I mean, once this trade hits profit, then I'll walk away. You're short at 34, 44, 25. Okay. So like 3 points before me. Okay. Good. Yeah, I wish I just was still in the position that I got in the first time. Because I got in like right at the bottom of this candle right here. At 33.47 or 46.75. So stupid buyers and jumble price up a little bit and then we would have been good. Sellers still didn't want it to be in control, so that's good. So analysis was right, just stop loss was wrong. See, can we get that big push that we're waiting for? Whoa. That's a no. What the? That jumped up way too fast. Chuck, which channel are you using? Are you using like the Kentler channels, like the envelopes, or are you using like the? Are you just drawing your channels out? You got the MACD crossover to the downside. Okay. You're drawing it out. Okay. It's gonna play around. It is that high volume node of the day as well, so it will play around. Let's just see. Can we break through it? Yeah, that initial entry would have been nice because I would have been taken out by now, and because I was only going for like 6 points and then be done. So that would have worked out properly. It just sucks that stop loss. Yeah, this is kind of weird that these buyers are stepping in like this. And right now, the way it was set up, it should just be pumping down like without any buying support. And I'll check the news real quick. I don't think there's no breaking news or anything like that. It might purely just be because we hit that high volume node of the day and we'll see some support, but I think we should be strong. Okay, we're finally getting back. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This tick chart's kind of annoying me. Let's make this red as well. I'm hoping for that flush right now, guys. Like, that's what I'm trying to see. These buyers are just being really annoying. We're trying to hold strong. We should get a good flush at any point. Once we have like a little bit of, volume node right there. The Once we break through that like 37 area, I think we should do it. Does your algo refer to the higher time frames? Yeah, my algo works in all time frames. I look at both, right? Yeah, you're welcome, man. It is really jumping back and forth. I mean, it makes sense. Now I'm looking at the 1 hour chart as well, and price is bouncing off that 200 EMA on the 1 hour chart. So it'll be interesting to see how this takes place. Sellers are trying to hold strong. Like the way the candlesticks are forming and everything, sellers are trying to hold strong. I think we're just waiting to just slowly take the buyers out. Let's see. I don't like the way that's forming. Let's see. Just going back to that high volume node, right? Let's see. We should be able to bounce back. We'll probably bounce back and forth just for a little while. Yeah, it is getting colder. Let's see. Why are we struggling right now? You made another little double bot on the 1 minute. Okay, that's cool. I mean, the candlestick formation at the moment on the regular candlesticks on the 5 minute charts, it is creating a bullish engulfing. But the tick chart's bouncing off the 200 EMA. Let's see. It's just a lot of back and forth. I was expecting a nice clean move, but I might just have to wait for the clean move to happen. Oh no. I don't like seeing that. Moving my stop down. I'm gonna see how this reacts. If we can just, this can just be a fake out candle and then we can push down. I'd like to see that, but if it's gonna start pushing, I will just try to get out. I don't want this to start reversing on me. Sellers support at 46. Let's see. Could form a double top here and then push down. Look at the 1 minute candlesticks. The 1 minutes burn me too much. That's why I kind of stopped looking at the 1 minutes. Like I try to just stick with the 5 minutes and higher time frames. Getting some sellers. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Don't like the fact that Delta is slowly pushing up as well. Just because that high volume node of the day is right there, that's the issue. Once we break and hold below that high volume node, that's at like, what, 34, 43? That's where you see the buyers piling up a little bit as well. Big chart. Let's see. Trend shift. Trend shift is trying to form. Let's see if it can hold. could see a little bit of a delta shift. I'd be more comfortable, but this is just, man. Yeah, this one is nerve-wracking. I don't like to get in on something and then it gets choppy like that. Like, I don't like that back and forth. Like, I don't care if it's like moving slowly, but if it's still moving the direction, that's fine. But like when we get that inconsistency, that's when I kind of don't like it. It's really just playing around with that high volume node. That's the main issue. I'm getting some pressure again. No, I like to get out of break even too, but my only thing is that the overall trend is still short. It's still holding underneath a key level. That's the only reason I'm still in it. But yeah, now it's getting to the point where it might just be better to take it out. Hmm. We'll move it to break even. Let's see if we can get filled on that. Yikes. Let's see. We have that whole number in our favor of like 3450. Potential bounce off of that. Hopefully we can get a nice clear bounce off of that key level. See. I mean, right now, there's just this inconsistency, right? Like, that's the main issue. But we're still holding underneath everything. That's why it's like, it's still short bias. That's why I'm like still holding it. But at this point, it's better for us to take it off at break even because even on the 500 tick, crossed over that 200 EMA. So it's like, it's trying to make that shift. Right now, I'm going to try and see if sellers can just step in for a quick dip and fill me in and then take me out. And then I'll just have to wait for another move. That's getting strong. Don't like that. Don't like that. Let's see, can we get some sellers? We have sellers piling up. That's good. And those sellers disappeared. Yet. Yeah, thanks, Chuck. That's what I'm hoping right now. If it just flushes down right now, take me out of break even, I'll still be happy. This is just, I don't like this. Big chart coming below again. This might be where we can get out. Come on, just give me that little push. Let's see. This is definitely a nerve-wracking move. Okay, we might get. Okay, we got out at break even. Cool. Yeah, it's mainly because like the high volume node of the day is all the way down here, so it's like that's why, you know, we're kind of chopping around a little bit. I'm happy that we were able to get out at break even. Yeah, because at this point, it's like I don't like seeing like the Heikin-Ashi candles reversing on me like that, and then at that point, it has the ability to push up. So it was the good move to just take it out break even, cut your losses. I mean, I have it on my Apple Watch right here. I don't know if I'm allowed to put that on stream or anything. I don't know if that's a thing. Like, stream my heartbeat. Gamers do it. I never actually watched gamers, man. I never got into it. I was like, why don't I just play myself instead of watching somebody else play? Like, I like playing Call of Duty on my PlayStation a lot. I don't have an Xbox. I'm a PlayStation guy, so it's like I have a PS4 and I'll play that a lot. So if anyone wants to play Call of Duty or something, I'm down for it. if you have Modern Warfare or Warzone, yeah, Warzone, right now, it's cross-compatible. So pretty much like most of the new games now, they work on both PlayStations and Xbox. Yeah, man. Online, you can play cross-compatible because my friends have an Xbox. Two of them have Xboxes, and I still play. We're able to play with them. Certain games are linked so that you can do that. And Warzone is completely free, and you can play cross-compatible between all platforms. You're still rocking the PS3, man? Dude, the PS3 was still like the best. That was my first PlayStation, the PS3. I love playing the racing games. I love playing GTA. I was like addicted to that game for a good amount of time. Yeah, man, we can definitely set up a time. I think you're in the Discord, right? I'll send you a message. And whenever I'm gonna like hop on, maybe if you're free at that time, you can play. Yeah, I'm very happy that we got out at break even now. This was very tempting, but that trend is kind of it's ranging back and forth even on the tick chart, so that's a good indication of time to get out. Download Halo Master Chief. Okay. Dude, I haven't played Halo in so long. Like my cousin used to have the Xbox when I was like a kid, right? We used to play Halo there, but I never had an Xbox. I was always get the PlayStation kid. Halo's a great game. Like that's where a lot of childhoods were like built. Everyone played Halo back then. That was like the go-to. Yeah, for real, they did. And honestly, the soundtrack for Halo is super dope too. I like that the Halo music. I think that was like one of the best for games. Thanks, Dragon. I gotta say thanks to Chuck too. He's the one that kind of pushing that, break even to test it out again. So it's like he was right on that one. Now we're getting some buying support, buying pressure. Let's see. Hey, I mean, we can always bounce off that 200 EMA. We still didn't touch it, so that possibility is still there. I actually want to do check if that heart rate actually went up during that stupid move. Yeah, it went up a little bit when I was in that trade. Not too much, but it did go up a little bit. Yeah, your heart rate went up too. Okay. Yeah, this is just a matter of wrong market timing. I mean, it was a proper entry point for sure because where I wanted it to go, because I wanted to get enter here at 46 and exit at 41, and that would have worked out perfectly. It was just that stop, and that's unpredictable. Sometimes that happens. Most times it does tend to just drop normally, nice smooth move, but from time to time that can happen. See where buyers sellers are kind of piling up. If I don't know, I'm always still gonna be short bias when the price is under 200 EMA. Let's see what it does when it reaches the 200 EMA, and then we can, go from there, right? Just thinking. Fried chicken kid down 48 now. That blows him. Maybe he can just cook some chicken nuggets at home today. Has anyone tried Jollibee fried chicken? Oh, we actually just had one open up a couple months ago. It's like 15 miles from my house, but I remember driving past it like it was packed. Like the drive-through line was like out the door. Like it was legit. Like people, a cop had to sit on like the main highway, like the main road, just so that it wouldn't cause any accidents because like people are waiting so much. Yeah, I'll check it out actually. I'll probably go this weekend, check it out. You got any recommendations on what I should try out? It takes an hour to get out? Yikes. Yeah, right now I'm gonna see if we can get anything like a nice bounce off of that 200 EMA. I don't know if I want to get like spaghetti from a fried chicken place. I mean, I like a little kick to my food. I don't want anything too sweet. Okay, we hit that 200 EMA. Okay. I mean, let's see. Once the candle closes and we'll see what happens between the next candles. If it does break out like that, then I'm gonna let it be, let it do its thing, but we'll see. Let's see, can we get some sellers to step in? Nice little reversal. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you guys are saying it's that good, actually, let me check the menu right now. I'm still waiting for this thing to bounce back down. If it does, right? Filipinos will travel far for it? Damn. Let's see, let's see. Your first job as a cook at a cheesecake factory. That place was balls to the wall every day. Yeah, that place is always packed. I don't know how you got to tell me like how did you guys manage to have that big of a menu and like actually cook that every time? Like I feel like that's a hassle. Like the menu itself was like 10 or 12 pages long. Oh, that's surprising that it's made fresh. Damn. They had like 12 prep cooks in the morning alone and 7 stations and about 15 cooks. Yikes. That, yeah. Okay, now that makes sense. At least they were well prepared. That probably wasn't fun then. Yeah, I'm still looking for that little bounce real quick. Yeah, probably is a big kitchen. 3 guys on just pasta and saute. On one weekend nights, we had electric screens. Yikes, man. Yeah, that is tough. Yeah, that's very tough. Like, it's one thing if like all the 75 items are the same thing, you could just make a big batch, but still, to plate everything, do it nicely, that takes time. And dog eat dog situation. We're bouncing off of the 200 EMA. Okay, okay. Yeah, and I think it's probably a normal reaction to freeze up, right? Like, It's okay, man. We don't have to talk about the servers then. Let's just see. Can we get a reversal here? That's why I'm looking at my charts real quick. Trying to see if Delta can confirm anything. A Heikin-Ashi method, obviously, just put. Okay, broke through. Perfect. Nice Delta bar would be nice here as well. Nope, price is pushing right back up. Let's see. Nope. Russell broke out at 200. Okay. And we might be making that shift. Let's see. Let's see. Just gonna get up and stretch for a little bit. This is getting out of hand. That's nice, Dragon. Just gotta wait patiently, right? Still bouncing back and forth. We might end up making that move break above that 200 EMA. Trade crude, gold, and copper. Okay. Crude was doing. Did you catch that nice sell off on crude? Yeah, Michael, today we are down. We're trying to see if there's a move that presents itself. I'm not going to chase and just try to get money back. I'm just waiting it out to see if there's a proper move that fits a setup, and then I'll take that. See you tomorrow, Chris. Past few weeks have been testing the patience. Yeah, just hitting that 200 EMA and trying to bounce off. I was hoping there would be a nice little reversal, but it looks like it wants to break through now. So we'll see what happens. And if that is the case and it breaks through, I'll get in on that pullback. Yeah, futures can be dead sometimes, but I mean, I'm always watching stocks on the side as well, so it's like I have both running up. Zoom stock good. Yeah, that thing was something else. Yeah, the way it climbed up this year was unreal. Yeah, we'll probably end up finding a move probably towards the later on in the day. So who knows, maybe we can just sit on the stream. Maybe I'll leave it on even when I go to lunch and then come back. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, the ES is just kind of annoying today. Let's see. We're really not breaking out of that 200 EMA still, right? Just testing it. Let's see. Let's see. Peloton has made some nice swings. Like if you look at Peloton, right? Nice swings every single time. It was at like 100. What was it at 100? 100 right back here, right? On the 29th of September. Yeah, made nice pumps every single time. CTIB? Let me check it out. I'm guessing you're probably looking at like smaller time frames. But it's a penny stock. That's something I wouldn't touch personally. The 5 minute? Okay. I mean, this is what the 5 minute looks on my screen. Yeah, I remember. You said that you did start your career in pennies. And the penny stocks file alert here, but you couldn't enter here. You could have entered, and yeah, it went up straight at like 10 o'clock. That's when you know. When you have confluence, that means it's a good move. This is still just chopping back and forth. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, with stocks, there's always a move somewhere. $500 tick chart is bouncing off of that 200 EMA, so we'll see. Okay. It seems like it just wants to buffer out a little bit. I mean, to confirm an uptrend, I needed to break through that 200 EMA and potentially get a nice delta candle in to show support. Then I could consider that being a good move, but it's just been, going back and forth. Like, even though price broke above that 200 EMA, the way the candlestick formed right now is still, you know, it's not the best candle. It's like a doji, not a doji essentially. A big doji would be more like a spinning top. Change to the bar chart. I mean, yeah, in the regular chart, yeah, it will obviously look different. In the regular chart, we broke through that 200 EMA and then been pushing. But I like to wait for it on the Heikinashis. WTRE. Let me. For WTRE, I got the alert at 9:30. That first 5 minute candle. You got it at 3202. Okay. Mine set it right around like 33. How are futures before COVID happened? Before COVID, man, everything was a bit smoother. Like it was still slow, but like you wouldn't have these random spikes as often. Like they would happen sometimes, but like it was a lot smoother to read, a lot slower too. But you knew exactly where like the move was happening. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like even if you look at the charts like from the past, like you'll see that majority of the time was just a nice uptrend, and then you could just catch the pullbacks if you wanted to, or just ride the trend. Like in that market, even if you got in like slightly delayed, you were still okay because it just kept pushing. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Like the elections is making a big deal, so it's like after that, after the stimulus talks are done, then we might see some things go back to normal. Okay. We never broke up through that 200 EMA. Perfect. Nice strong candle. Delta bar forming. This candle could break below this little range that we created. That would be very nice. You got the short alert there? Okay. I mean, that's what I'm waiting. This is mainly just a reversal move. So I'm trying to see. If we get nice confirmation, I'll be in it. I think once we break, if price breaks through this little range, right, up to 34.53.25, then should be good. If you can't trade the ES, trade corn. Okay, I never heard that. That's interesting. Corn made a nice move. I'm looking at corn on the 5-minute charts, right? Today it made a nice move. Smooth move, hit level 1, hit level 2. Could possibly hit level 3, right? On TradingView, the symbol is ZC. ZC. Yeah, that's interesting. Never really looked into corn futures. Is that the thing where if ES isn't moving, corn is moving? I have no clue what corn is per tick. I think Lewis could help us out there. I've never traded corn, guys. ES too stressful. I mean, that's why people like that don't like crude oil trade the natural gas, right? Because it's nice and slow. This is just chopping back and forth. Micro is okay. 1250 per tick. Okay. Wait, is each tick in corn? How much is a tick? This is interesting. Wait, Lewis, let me know if this makes sense, right? I don't know if this calculator that I was using is wrong or not. Just say that we've got in on this alert, right? 397, 39775 to 402. I put in corn, the regular contract. I'll pull up the calculator as well, right? It would make 21,000 on one trade on one contract? Or is there something wrong here? I feel like something might be wrong. $12.50 per tick is all you know? Okay. I mean, I'll look into it. Maybe I'll go into the sim and see. After the stream, maybe I'll jump into the simulator and test it out just to see what the actual profit would be. That's fair. I don't know. That number just seemed off to me. This would be a reversal candle, guys, but kind of didn't break through. We're still stuck in this little range, right? Let's see if price can fall right below it. Yeah, I didn't know like you had to risk that much just for corn either. So I'm kind of shocked by that. But hey, since ES has been moving like this, maybe it is time to diversify and venture out into the other futures, right? 25 pip stop loss on corn mini is only 31.25. That I have to. I'm gonna go to the simulator after the stream, and then I'm gonna actually test it out, and then I'll see how it goes. That way, it'll tell me like the actual results. Sometimes these calculators mess up or they had the wrong digit input. Yeah, I think today I will start looking into the other futures and see how they perform, and then do some more research because I've always kind of just stuck with one was like NQ, ES, and I'd look at crude oil. Kind of haven't traded crude oil for a while because of its stupid volatility, but that's why I've been keeping an eye on it lately. I want to get more comfortable with it again. But yeah, yeah, there are microcurrencies. I mean, you can, if you want to learn about all the futures, just go to the CME website and they'll list out all the futures that are available for trading. Yeah, MNQs are micro. On TradingView, it's like MES, MNQ, or anywhere, right? It's like they're micros. Price is just going back and forth, guys. You got short at 35.55. Okay. I mean, I'm still short bias right now, so that's the thing. Like, if I can get a nice move, nice confirmation, or anything like that, then for sure I'll get in. Nice mid-afternoon sell-off. Wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah, 55 to 40, that would be a nice move, man. Very bad news is being shoved under rug. Obama admin murdered. Okay. That's awesome, man. You're green on corn and wheat, Lewis. Congrats. Yeah, man, making sure your losses are measured and that, you're cutting them short. That's what matters. Trying to hold underneath that high volume node for the day. London session was killer. Okay. I'm glad you made some good moves, man. Yeah, if you even get 60%, dude, you're well off. When you're doing the 2-to-1 risk reward, anything over 50, you're fine. Yeah, once you do the live trading, it will change, so be careful of that. It shouldn't change too much, but there will be a slight differentiation on sometimes slippage or just getting filled on those contracts, right? Definitely agree with you, Chuck. That's why I made those specific rules. There's sometimes you just shouldn't get in. There's sometimes you should definitely get in and hold, right? No, I completely agree. I mean, that's how I built mine, right? I have multiple things like that I have to confirm before any type of alert is like pops up, right? The big lion loves to sit and wait for the gazelle to run by, not chase, right? Yeah. So sitting on your hands is a good strategy. Exactly, yeah. You just gotta be like a sniper. Just, sit, wait. Not just gonna be shooting every single second. You just wait for that one moment. Ay, ay, ay. This is something else. Come on. Just looking for a nice little move. Let's see if it can break below that then. Come on. See, can we get some sellers? Something? Buyers are kind of slowly piling up around like 34.51 area. Finally breaking below that. Let's see. Volume indicator, baseline, confirmation indicator, second confirmation indicator, and then exit. Okay. Yeah, that's the gist of an algorithm, right? It's a combination of multiple things. It's just making your life easier because you let the computer do the analysis instead of you having to like have everything up and then you're waiting for everything to match and do everything like that. A trading robot, on the other hand, like a bot, that's when that would trade for you. You just use the baseline of the Ichimoku cloud, okay. This is quite annoying today. Yeah, I usually just cut it off, but I was expecting a move off of that 200 EMA. That's why I was still here. I am hungry. I do want to go eat lunch, but it's like, hey, if there's a good move, I'll take it. That was my main thing here. But it seems like we're just going back and forth, back and forth. So it's like, we'll see how it goes, though. I mean, yeah, I mean, I used to do that too, but I feel like it's kind of weird having like streaming and then having people watch me eat. What? I don't know what that means. Let me see. Oh, it's an eating show, audiovisual broadcast. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. No, man, that was the first time I ever heard about it. I'm looking. That's why I looked it up right now. I guess it's just people eating this the ASMR stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, I just typed in Google. I get the gist of it. It's pretty much just people eating. I don't know. Uh, that's that's for them. They can do that. I don't know. Yeah, price is just pushing right back up again. This is just going back and forth. Just went right back to the high volume node. I'm gonna let it be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off the stream right now. To be honest, I'm getting hungry. This is just going back and forth. If I get in a move and I do something, I will post it on Discord once the move finishes. But other than that, yeah, I think I'll just call it a day today. I'll just watch it on my iPad while I eat lunch or something. And then, yeah, man. I think during the afternoon we might be able to catch a good move. We just need that everything to die off a little bit and things to take its place. All right, peace out, guys. If you're still trading, as always, bring in those profits. I wish you guys the best. But yeah, I'll be here tomorrow, and yeah, we hopefully we can get some nice profits on Friday. Peace out.